guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So Lauren Simpson here
And Holly.
and we are currently 7 days out from the WBFF World, which is in Bahamas.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited too. We are in Tampa, so I've just arrived visiting Holly for the next couple of days before we all fly out. Me, Mark, Holly and Lane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. So in Tampa at the moment for the next couple of days and just getting everything ready. We're staying in a hotel and we're gonna show you today what it's like, what it's gonna be like for the next couple of days in terms of our meal prep, training, everything that goes on in the lead up to the shows. There is a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes that I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in seeing what goes down.
Yeah, well, so today my morning has started out, I had a lot of cardio I had to get done, so I did my final spin class this morning, which was awesome. The energy from the class that I did, I just love it. So that was a really kind of positive way to finish my really hard-hitting cardio session, and then kind of just been running around, still trying to finalize my visa, which has been really nerve-wracking.
I know.
I have an interview. At this point, I have an interview on Monday morning, so I'm not definitely going, but we have the interview, and that's the biggest thing. So I've just been stressed out with that, but it's been nice to kind of get over to. We're in Clearwater at the moment, which is just on the beach, kind of getting our minds in the right place, I guess, and just time to focus. So, all the hard work's really been done now with our training.
Yeah.
And
a few more sessions left to go.
Yeah, we'll hit the gym tomorrow and Monday. That'll be the big hitting ones, and probably just cruise on into
a few sessions there.
So today we kind of wanted to talk to you about I guess what our macro targets have been over maybe the last couple of weeks, what they are this weekend, and also just the types of foods that we're kind of eating leading into this, and how we manage, like when there's all these beautiful restaurants and stuff outside, like what do we do in this situation where you're probably relatively limited to what we can choose. So Lauren, do you want to start with I guess maybe do a bit of a brief summary about maybe the last 4 weeks of where your macros have kind of started and where you're at now, and then I can do the same for me.
So I started my cut for the WBFF World about 8 weeks ago now, and I started my cut on about 1900 calories.
Decent.
And for me, I am now on 1500, and I have been on 1500 calories I think for the last 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
I did have a 2-day mini diet break refeed in that time period, and that's all I've had this 8 weeks. I know. 1500 calories is staying at that. I haven't dropped it the last 2.5 weeks because I have been progressively getting quite a lot leaner. I can drop really well on these calories. I haven't included any extra cardio, haven't increased my steps or anything. It's just purely from being consistent with my diet that I have managed to get leaner and leaner and leaner.
So what was your weight when you started to now?
So when I started was actually when I just came back when I visited you guys.
Yeah, that's right. You were about to enter week 1.
Yeah, so I finished that off at about 63 kilos, and I think I'd be pushing into the 57s at the moment. Okay. So I've lost quite a bit in the last 8 weeks.
It seems to happen pretty quickly, like towards the end. I think as you get leaner as well, I certainly notice like my desire to be really compliant
it's very motivating. As soon as I start to see my body change, like first couple of weeks were a bit slow, and I only really started to drop significantly on the scales like the last 3 weeks. Otherwise it was
for me too.
Very, very minor changes. In terms of my macros, I'm on about 150 protein, 40 fats, and 130 something carbs. So 1500 calories. It's not super low at the moment. It's manageable. And I've been traveling now for the last few days. I've come over from Australia, and so that means I am afloat a little bit out of jet lagged, which is hard every time I get super tired. Then obviously get really hungry, and it's just getting back into rhythm and routine with my eating at the moment. I'm very structured. and
way more structured than me.
Yeah, my food choices are very basic, and I do cook a lot, especially at home. I've been having all of my meals at home just for pure ease, consistency, and just hitting my targets. So being over here, I've had to kind of
it is tough when you travel. It really is.
Just go to the grocery store and pick up a few things, and we're staying obviously at places that do have cooking facilities, which makes it a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, we have
as well.
a really good kitchen back here.
It's so nice.
I tracked I think I inquire into several different hotels, because Lane and I often come down to Clearwater and stay just for a weekend, and all of the hotels that we usually stay in, they didn't have big kitchens. So we're in a new one today, which is kind of nice, and it was just going to make things a little bit easier for us. So
how's your diet and everything been?
Yeah, it's been better in the last 5 weeks. So I actually hit a plateau. So a lot of you guys, if you follow me, you've probably seen my 18-week prep journey. So it's a little bit longer than Lauren's. I wish mine was shorter. But part of that strategy was, first and foremost, I had a lot more body fat to lose, because I'd had a really big off season where I was trying to build muscle. So usually accompanying that muscle gain is a lot of body fat regain. So my duration needed to be a little bit longer, and I also wanted to put in some diet breaks, just for the fact that I knew it was going to be long. So I wanted to make sure that I was setting myself up for a really positive, a psychological break throughout the prep. So I was an 18-week prep. I started at about 2,400 calories, and then my initial drop, I came down to about 1,700, so a little bit lower than Lauren. And it's probably reflective of our metabolisms. So Lauren, I'm going to guess you've probably done a better job over the years, perhaps at being consistent in eating more calories, because my body has just had a bit of a hard time.
Although this prep, I am on a lot lower calories than I did last year. Last year, my peak week, I was on over 2,000. I think the lowest my calories I did one day with deplete, which was 1,400. Otherwise, around 1,800 calories.
Yeah, and that's the trend. The more that you compete, unless you're really taking a good off season, a full 12 months, dieting down. That repeated diet behavior, you're probably going to start to see, it requires more and more effort every single time, unless you take the time off to repair. So,
and I guess for us, for those that don't know, I do bikini and Holly does fitness, and the level of conditioning that we need to get into obviously is reflective of that as well. So Holly, you need to push obviously a lot more to get shredded than what someone like me does. I don't need to drop that extra body fat that you obviously would need to.
Exactly. So I think, Lauren and I have slightly different body types. I guess you've probably seen some of our other videos. We've talked about this before, but for a fitness competitor, I probably need to be good and well under 10% body fat, and pushing, very striated looking physique at the end. So that's why I have to go a little bit more aggressive. It's, I've had a lot of people give me negative flack on social media, you promote having a really healthy metabolism and not dieting on such low calories. Well, sad to say, when you're trying to get striations in your butt cheeks, sometimes there's a level of dieting that is mandatory. So it kind of shows you the difference between the bikini competitors.
But for us, it's all about shape and coming in. For me, if anything, I try and not come in as lean or as hard.
We were just talking about that before. You were I can't get too lean, otherwise you're kind of bordering. So
that means peak week for me. Is it a true peak week? No, I feel for bikini girls, you don't really need to. There's nothing crazy that's going to happen to your physique because we're not getting down to that level of conditioning. So for me, peak week isn't actually any different to a normal week for me. It's might have a couple of days of extra carbs just to fill out a little bit.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to get that really hard, grainy muscle look that obviously the fitness figure competitors do.
Exactly. So my calories are down to 1,250. They have been at 1,250 now for 3 weeks. The first week, honestly, I was dead. I couldn't speak. I could hardly move. I was really emotional, like even just trying to get into the gym. Like
I feel like this on 1,500 calories. So I don't know how you feel like this.
So I remember like one day I was trying to do lat pull downs and I just stuck the weight that I usually would do, and I think I got like 4 reps in and I just like I lost it. Just got tears just streaming down my face. I'm like, I can't believe this is so difficult. So yeah, I think the initial drop in calories is always more challenging, and then you kind of sadly adapt to it. So yeah, my targets at the moment are 155 protein. They haven't changed for the entire prep. 90 carb and 30 fat. So I guess moving into peak week for me, I'm trying to continue to drop as much body fat as I can. So I've got a few more yucky days, I guess, and I'm probably going to do a more aggressive carb reload coming into the show, maybe just on Friday or even the morning of. I tend to respond pretty immediately to carbs when I've done a bit of a pump up. So yeah, I got a few more gritty days left, but it's all worth it.
And what sort of foods have you been eating on 1,200 calories? What are some staples?
Well, I think my protein sources, I kind of try to vary them a little bit, and you'll get to see what we kind of
We're
like.
going to take you guys shopping.
Yeah, we're going to go shopping soon. So we're going to hit up the supermarket. I always do like a single protein shake at least once a day. I always have a Greek yogurt, a fat-free Greek yogurt mixed in with flavors or fruits and things like that. They're kind of always in there. Where it is in the day, completely different. And then I try and like mix up my animal protein source. So like I try to make sure I'm hitting my iron targets. And getting plenty of red meat and chicken and fish and seafood. So I guess we're gonna head to the supermarket and you guys can see some of the food choices that we have.
And what we're going to be eating over the next couple of days.
Yes.
Probably going to be a little bit of a difference between what I buy and what Holly buys. We are going to stick to kind of what we already have been having and what we know works well for us, which I think is important as well leading up to the show. So
yeah, you'll see the individual differences and there's definitely no right or wrong, I guess. It's just, people diet for shows differently. So let's head to the store, grab some foods, and we're going to come back here and do a little bit of cooking and so you can see how this works.
Let's do it.
Oh my god, don't. I'm gonna try this once more. I don't think I have ever been successful at working out how to use a phone. Once it called like an emergency and the lady was like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just can't get the phone to stop ringing."
When you're going shopping, do you think more of macros, like I'm gonna get protein sources, carb sources, or do you think meals?
At the moment for me, I have a couple of foods that I just really enjoy because my calories are so low. I've got to find stuff that I just know I like and I know the macros perfectly. So I'm going for familiarity at this point. What about you?
For me, probably just ease and familiarity. Diet brain. Especially now that I'm out of routine, like purely for me now, I just eat to get my macros in. Like I'm not eating really out of enjoyment now. I know they're basic, but it's only a couple of days. So for me, I'll only probably be eating like chicken, maybe turkey, egg whites. I've been just having rice cakes for my carbs or fruit and just like salad and veggies. Just things that I haven't things that are super easy to track, and I'm okay with eating very boring basic food. I struggle with eating boring and basic food.
Do you ever find yourself?
It's the chef in me. Sometimes I put my meals on my Instagram story and I'm like, this is horrible. Like it'll be like a little bit of mince.
Right,
like
you ever find just random ass stuff?
Yeah, I'm like the queen of random combos.
That's like mine. It's exactly the same.
So you just getting it done.
So I think I'm going to use some lean beef mince this week. I'm going to make my favorite bolognese mince, and I'm going to be getting some 0-calorie pasta noodles. which is really voluminous, very low calorie, high fiber.
I might jump in on that one.
Yeah, the macros for this meal that I'm making are about 35 protein, 12 grams of carbohydrates, and I think it's about 6 grams of fat per serve. And I can have a couple of those a day, and I'm so satisfied. They weigh, like by weight, it's about 400 grams serve.
We're all about the volume foods now, guys.
Really,
not calorie dense. We just want things that are going to give us a lot of food, keep us full, and
yeah, exactly. I have made myself a bit of a list, so I've got to get all the ingredients for the pasta. So I'm just adding a bunch of extra veggies. Mushrooms, onions, zucchinis, peppers or capsicum if you're from Australia. And then all of the noodles to go with that. So that I'll probably make up a big batch. It'll do me for maybe 6 meals. I'll have 3 a day and then a couple of other different foods. And then I'm going to grab some fat-free dairy products. So I'm going to get and some milk alternatives, just low-calorie options for smoothies. Yeah, so nothing crazy. Probably some strawberries. Do you eat fruits?
yeah, I usually have an apple every day, and I've been having blueberries.
Yeah, just some low.
That's about it.
And
Yeah, what do you cilantro?
cilantro.
Yeah.
And you know what? So rocket in Australia.
What's it called here? It's called
What the?
arugula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is rock?
So many foods.
What about, let's talk Aussie slang.
There's way too
Heaps. Heaps.
Okay.
Heaps.
Arvo. What does Arvo mean?
Oh yeah, I say afternoon. Do you need it? Are you getting a trolley? I'm just getting.
What's a trolley?
What do you call it?
A shopping cart.
There you go, straight away. Trolley. Yeah, no one knows what a trolley is. And a pram, I found this out with the kids. So we call it a stroller, a pram in Australia.
Yeah, I
what?
would call it a pram.
Pram. Yeah, no idea. So make sure that you're, speaking loudly.
Yeah.
Camera's pretty good, but you don't have a microphone on.
Alright, so first thing I'm probably gonna grab, if I can see here, is already gonna be a good option for me, is this tzatziki dip. We're going out in the boat tomorrow, and it's, a food that is really common when you're out entertaining is like cheese and biscuits dip. So this is the lowest calorie one. It's only 15 calories per serve, so I'm gonna get that. A bunch of like cucumbers, capsicums, or peppers, some celery sticks.
So those are usually fatty.
I want to be
These
this. I'm in this.
in this?
Second time
Yeah.
I saw these guys today. I was at the gym earlier, saw her and big muscle guy.
Couple pretty blonde Aussies.
Whatever. You guys have a good one.
You're in the video.
God bless.
You're about to ask me something.
I was asking if normal excuse us. Normal tzatziki is fatty.
No, there's 2 types of tzatziki. I'm picking the light one. Sometimes it's a little higher in fat depending on whether they use a fat-free dairy product or not. So sometimes they might use a full cream yogurt, which would have a little bit more fat, but generally tzatziki is a pretty safe bet. On the other hand, like pesto dips and stuff, which are kind of smothered with oil and pine nuts, they're very high in fat. So, yeah, that's my pick for today. What are you getting, Lauren?
I was just looking at the pre-made salads.
Yeah, keeping it easy.
Yeah, I'll probably just buy salady things. Do we have? Are you gonna buy containers?
Probably should get some.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to get some salsa, I guess, just to put in with our dip, I guess. Very low calorie. This is only, again, 5 calories. It's got 2 grams of carbohydrate. Super light, really refreshing, and it'll be nice out in the boat tomorrow if we're on the water, so I'll grab that too. So I'm just getting some flavorings. These are pretty basically calorie free.
What would you put in those?
Just water, so I like this to be nice and refreshing. Yeah, blackberry lemonade and strawberry lemonade, they're low calorie compared to drinking like a regular juice or something. So just
We have these in Australia. I've never seen these.
there's like that.
Game changer.
Yeah, you get all the flavors, girl.
Literally.
So Holly always says we don't have this in Australia, and we usually debunk her sometimes, but I guess she's right on that.
I'm gonna get some. What are these? Oh no, these are the full sugar.
I think those have like full sugar.
36 grams of sugar.
That would be what, 50% of your daily carbs?
Legitimate. Okay, so we'll get the sugar-free. These have got 2 grams of sugar. What are these ones?
So,
Lauren, do you drink a lot of 0-calorie, artificially sweetened stuff?
This is probably like one of the first preps where I have been. I'm a very extreme person. If I go into like diet mode, then I used to just be very old school, clean eating, didn't allow myself to have many things outside of like your chicken, broccoli kind of food. So yes, this has been the first prep where I have allowed myself to flexible diet and enjoy my foods a lot more. So the answer is yes, I have like a lot of Diet Cokes, Coke Zero, yeah, just any kind of like low sugar, 0-calorie thing.
Grab a few of these for the training tomorrow.
These are good.
Yeah. Oh, you have a cart? What's that?
This is my favourite section of the store. Actually, over this way, let's have a look. I just want to eat all of these things. You have no idea, like as a baker, when I look at this.
Just want to take a full cake to the face.
I would love to. So, again, thinking about trying to add volume, trying to make sure that I'm really feeling full throughout the day. I'm going to grab some salad to kind of take out on the boat with us as well. So, just get some arugula, and then I'll probably serve that on the side with my spaghetti dish as well, just to add some extra volume.
Let's see. Some fruit?
So I'm just getting some fruit. I'll be taking this tomorrow on the boat, and also I usually have an apple every single day, and
Keeps the doctor away.
keeps the doctor away, as they say.
It's one of my favourite products. I think I have every single flavour at my house. So at Bolt House, they do really low calorie dressings. So they're all around 35 or 40. You want to check the macros on this. 2 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. So that's a really good staple in my life. So I was talking about the low calorie noodles that I use. This is life, guys. When you're trying to enjoy pasta without the calories, these are the ones that I've used consistently throughout prep. Flip them over. 5 grams of carbohydrate, and there's 2 serves in here. So yeah, I'll have a whole one of these with every meal. They're awesome. Thank you very much.
what else can I get? I'm not really on this because I'm not really buying much.
So they made us stop.
We made it. We finished our grocery shop, but we didn't get to finish filming.
So what happened?
We had 2 managers come over and just tell us to stop filming. I was like, that's not very nice.
It's store promotion.
Lauren is currently making us up coffee. We're just waiting for our groceries.
Because caffeine is low.
Caffeine really is low at the moment. I think I've probably been averaging about 2,000 milligrams a day.
That is a lot of caffeine.
That is
But in saying that, I am having a decaf coffee because I do want to sleep because I am jet lagged.
Yeah, she's being smart. I actually metabolize caffeine really quickly, so I can have it almost like as I'm going to bed, and it does nothing to me, which is good. But sadly, I don't get the same performance benefits from caffeine like everyone else. But a couple of people have asked questions about peak week and SOT. salt loading or water loading. It's actually all very unnecessary. There's no science to support the need to do anything super extreme. You know, you'll hear a lot of people trying to dry out and they eat all their foods really dry in the week of peak week, and you know, they're doing all these crazy manipulations. It's really not necessary. In fact, we want to have water and fluid inside our muscle. Our muscle is 75% water, so it's very important to actually be pretty consistent. What you don't want to do is have large fluctuations in your sodium intakes and your fluid, particularly in this last week. So I'm going to be trying to match what I normally do. And I probably won't be going out for any Japanese food with soy, because that hasn't been something that's been present in my diet for the last few weeks. So my average sodium intake is probably about 2,500. I think I can hear our grocery man. Yay!
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Can't tell we're like hungry. We're like,
I know.
staring.
Like, where is it?
Yeah, I see some Doritos in there.
Yeah.
Cheat days.
Yeah.
Soon. Okay, so we've just kind of unpacked all of our stuff. Looks like a lot for a couple of days. It probably is. There will be some leftovers. So tonight I'm going to be cooking the bolognese mince. So I've got the 96% lean beef that I was mentioning to you, which is much lower in calorie compared to regular. So it's only got 4 grams of fat and 23 grams of protein. So I'm going to make up enough to probably serve 6, maybe 5 or 6 servings. In that, I've got all the veggies, so literally everything you see here is going into that. So it's going to be a lot of volume, and consequently, because I am putting more veggies in than I would normally, it's going to be higher in fiber and carbohydrate. I use this flavoring sachet just to kind of help give it a little bit more oomph. And they also have, thankfully I love being part of the US food culture because they have so many diet dairy products. The third fatless Parmesan cheese gives it a really nice flavor. And then my favorite, we were looking at the pasta, the low calorie pasta. So I'll just kind of serve all this up in bulk. It'll probably take me about 30 minutes to make this and we're done. I grabbed for tomorrow when we go out on the boat just some kind of things that we can pick at that are low calorie. I'm not sure whether Lauren will adventure, but I will be. So I bought some 75% less fat cheese. This has only got 2 grams of fat per serving. So I'll just slice this up and I'll probably pre-weigh a little packet for myself. So I can kind of pick at that, and then Lane and the boys can just do whatever they want to do. Celery sticks, my dip, cucumber, tomatoes, the low calorie salsa just for dipping, and then I'm going to make some little triangles out of this low carb lavish bread. The macros on this, if you guys haven't seen it, awesome. So for one, it's 14 grams of carbohydrate, 9 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. So I'll literally slice that into like little triangles, and that can be like our dipping stuff. And then I'll use those to make pizzas probably tomorrow night or for Monday. We use this reduced fat turkey pepperoni rather than regular salami, so it only has 4 grams of fat for a 30 gram serve, and then I'll probably use some other lean protein sources too. So yeah, what about you, Lauren? What have you got?
I have gotten, for my proteins, again, as I was talking before, I'm pretty basic at the moment. I'm happy to just cook up this and eat this pretty plain at the moment. So I got ground chicken and ground turkey breast. Both are, this one is what, 98% fat free. This one is 99% fat free. So pretty good for my calories at the moment. So I'll just probably have that, and salads for my carbs. I'll either have rice cakes, I'll have veggies as well. I've got fruits, I've bought a few apples, blueberries, I also got just tins of tuna, so I'll add those to salads if I need to. But I have also protein sachets, which I will have in the morning for breakfast. I'll have oats, and that's about it. As I said, it's very basic with my foods at the moment. I'll probably eat at the hotel once or twice over the next couple of days. Our drinks we've both got pretty similar. Zero sugar, Powerade, Gatorades. We also got some Coke Zeros.
I like
Bang, I do too. I've got some in the fridge.
Cotton candy is my favourite.
Oh, I like rainbow unicorns. So
oh, that's good too. Yes, yeah, I should have got some of those.
We'll probably have I'll probably just keep these in for the next couple of days and then cut them out a little bit closer to show day.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're starting to eliminate, sweeteners and things like that. And that's something else that I'll talk about in my update video, which will come out later in the week, probably after this video. So stay tuned for that. Lauren, do you still have coffee and drinks?
I have been having, still caffeine. I have I don't know, for those of you who follow me, know that I have like before you speak coffee. It's like that little sachet.
Yeah,
so I religiously have those every morning. And then I have been having just, coffees, and I have like sugar-free vanilla drops in those for a little bit of sweetness.
I still have a regular, like a latte.
Yeah, I have long black Americanos.
Yeah. I still like my milk, so I will track like 30 mils of this, and I'll mix a little bit with this vanilla flavored cashew milk.
Is that fat-free?
This is fat-free, yeah, fat-free skim milk or cow's milk, so I do a mixture of both. The reason I do that is this still has carbohydrate, so if I was to use full lattes with a whole cup of milk, I'd still be getting 13 grams of carbs, so I just split it to dilate it down a bit. Also, I'm about to have a coffee. Actually, Lauren's just made me one, which is awesome. But I've just also got my other supplements and stuff in here. So I've got protein powder, another flavored peanut butter cookie protein powder. I've brought with me a BCAA, just which I have in the mornings because I train fasted usually. That just ensures that I'm kind of hitting my mTOR signaling pathways with some leucine in the morning so that I'm maximizing my potential to maintain my lean body mass. My favorite popcorn brand, it's only 100 calories, 17 grams of carbs in a whole packet. So since my macros are so crap right now, this is really good.
You're on the popcorn too, Lauren?
I am, yes. I've been having that religiously every single night for dessert after dinner.
What else have I got? We have popcorn night tonight. And then I've just bought like a few flavoring essence. I use this coconut with my smoothies. Again, it's just like a 1 gram of carbohydrate per serve type thing. Bought my pumpkin pie spice, and then some little puddings and stuff up here. So yeah, pretty simple. It'll get less and less as the week goes on as far as the diet products, just to help with my GI, but I'll talk to you more about that next update.
So are you going to do an update video too for your prep?
Yes, so I'm going to put up a separate peak week vlog up on my YouTube channel, which will discuss all things diet, training, mindset, everything peak weeks. That will be up on my channel later in the week as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Yeah, I think we're about to get busy cooking now.
Yeah, we're so hungry.
Look, I've had 7 grams of fat for the whole day because we're actually meeting some friends of ours who have competed today, and we're going out for dinner. So I had to leave as many calories as I could. So this is just all looking pretty decent right now.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
And if you're not subscribed to our channels, please do. You can jump onto Lauren's channel. Where can we find you? What's your YouTube channel?
Just search Lauren Simpson in YouTube and you'll find my one on there.
Perfect. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe, like these videos, like Lauren's videos as well.
Leave us a comment.
Yes, and thank you for watching.